Hey, what is up, guys? It's been a while since I've turned on the camera, and this video definitely needs me to turn on my camera, as this is probably one of the more important videos I've made. Um, but yeah, let's get into it. I'm sure this video is gonna be titled something on the lines of how I made 33 grand in the last 2.5 months through summoning, through arbitrage, and some of the transactions are through airdrops. Uh, but if you exclude those, it's still pretty high up there. Right now, I'm gonna share my screen. You guys have probably seen this spreadsheet. It looks like there's around almost 250 columns now, but I'm gonna unhide it. These are all transactions that I've done, all the summons I've done from the very beginning, recording all the mistakes I've made as early as late January. So if you count it as like early February, it's been only 2 months. So not even 2.5 months. So what I want to do in this video is quite a bit of stuff. Um, Number one is it took me a long time to think about this and decide to do this. So I've been helping people, evaluate their whole portfolio, look at, is this hero a good purchase or not? Is this a good summoning pair to go with? We can evaluate probably dozens, 12, half a dozen of DFK adventures and see if it's worth it or not. But we can get a lot deeper into just that because there's a lot of different strategies that work. And this video, I'll go over some of it, but honestly, my whole YouTube channel has been all the strategies and stuff that I've done. Most of the summons I've done, acquisitions, questing and stuff like that, this isn't include questing, by the way, or any profits from questing. So what I'm trying to say is I want to coach a small handful of people. I'm thinking anywhere from 5 to 7, maybe 10 people. And this is for beginners, this is for people that are intermediate, and maybe some experts. This is not for someone that only has 100 Joule or only has 200 Joule. This is for someone with at least 3, 4, 500 Joule minimum. And I will be checking before I take you in as a, I guess, quote unquote student. I really want to help more people, but more closely, more one-on-one. Because the people I help out, a lot of the times it's like we randomly hop on VCs or they message me, and I feel like I am helping them. And a lot of people have done very successful summons that way, but results would be better if I were to be kind of hand-holding them through the whole process, or at least being there whenever they need them. So I wrote down a lot of things. So if you're interested, DM me on Discord. You will also gain access to this spreadsheet, and you can look up every one of these hero IDs to know that I'm not bullshitting any of the numbers, because I know some people would do that. We'll just look at one of these nicer transactions. Rare DK forwarder. So yeah, I sold that one for 240. And we can just look through some of them, and I hope I didn't mess up any of the hero IDs for any of these. But this is also a way for you guys to check if I made any mistakes. And it's very hard for me to make mistakes because I do everything one by one by one by one. This one also sold for 240. These are basically my nicer hits, but it could be something a little bit more simple like this. This is my alt account. I'm going to make a few more alt accounts because I know some of you guys watch my videos, or a lot of people in the community know of me and my usernames and stuff, and I found that to be kind of conflicting in my strategies because you guys obviously copy my strategies and take the stuff that works. It does hurt me, but there's strategies that I haven't shared to anyone except for maybe my closest guys or the guy I share Gen Zero with. We go 50-50 in that. Um, but I've only recently been summoning with it, and I only acquired the Gen Zero with him yesterday. So none of this is like, oh, me summoning at 60 and selling it at 80 or 90. Um, Not many of that. So number one, you get access to this spreadsheet. Some other things you guys will get access to is the full calculations of summoning 10 of 10s, 10 of 10 minors, 10 of 10 higher rarities, and basically the math behind all of it. It's kind of like, when is it worth it? When is it not? How much are you supposed to be spending on a 10 of 10 right now as opposed to before? Because before, anything under 75 was cheap, or anything under 70. Now we're seeing 10 of 10s for 57, 50. Is it still worth it to buy? What is an alpha? What is a DR1? What is how much? What is the maximum you're allowed to spend so that you don't lose too much when you resell? Because when you sell it at a 5 of 10, it's probably going to sell at 32 or 35, depending on what hero it is. I'm also going to go over Gen 2 opportunities like alphas and stuff like that, virgin miners, advanced class summons, if they're worth it or not. What is the highest barrier of purchase acquisition cost so you don't get burned? Because let's just say all the summons you do are all commons. They all suck. How can you still remain profitable? Right? And some of these strategies, you cannot remain profitable if you hit all duds. But what if you hit one dud? Or let's just say you're rolling with 90% mining chance and you have 2 batches. So the first 5 and then the first 4 should get you all miners, but there should be one that makes you lose money. So basically all the math behind it so that you can go to sleep without worrying. Because at the end of the day, no matter if you're a millionaire or a 6-figure or 5-figure person, it doesn't matter. $1,000 is $1,000, and no one wants to lose $1,000. And if you do have $1,000, how do you allocate that for the highest gain? And there's a lot of strategies to do it. I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers that tell you, hey, if you want to double your money, go into gardens. Woohoo. That's so brain dead of a strategy. But it's a valid strategy. So how do you allocate it? So for those that have a little bit higher of a portfolio size, let's just say you're working with 3,000 jewel or 10,000 jewel, we're going to have different strategies for these guys because I've been helping and coaching a few whales on the side anyways. That have portfolio sizes up to $300,000, $400,000. They have maybe 2 Gen Zeros. Basically, allocate that makes sense because summoning and arbitrage takes time. Everyone only has X amount of time. So that's a variable that we need to figure out for the individual student, right? But let's not get it too deep into it. You can ask me questions like that. I'll also go over softwares I use to snipe. We all know DFK alert bots from DFK Adventures. I can help you guys get set up if you don't know how to get that set up for whatever reason. But more importantly, I'm going to get you guys access to a more private Telegram bot that allows you to not only get 10 alerts a day, you will get unlimited. There's no barrier to my extent, but you shouldn't be getting more than 100 anyways a day. Because every one of these alerts mean that it's a guaranteed profit if you snipe it. But someone else buys it before you, then obviously they make the 20 jewel or whatever. So for example, I'm filtering by sorry if my voice is a little raspy. I've been talking a lot. Like for example, this one, Alpha Archer bought this. You can look up the ID if you guys want to. Bought it for 57, sold it for 77. Bought it for 65, 75. So this is the alpha strategy that, I don't really want to sell someone with alphas right now just because advanced floor has dropped so much. So I'll this might change, but most likely won't. For the first 10 people, will definitely get it. Um, and I can't do much more than that because I only have because this is one-on-one. I don't have much time. But I wanted to do this because I do love this game and I do make quite a bit of money with it. So it doesn't hurt me too much to help more people doing it. And if anything, once I teach you these strategies that make me money, like let's just say you don't make 30 grand, you make like 10 grand or 5 grand, you're gonna become pretty smart, and odds are you're gonna know stuff and learn stuff that even I might not know. Because our strategies pivot and evolve almost every single day, every single week, definitely every single month, just because there's so many things that change. So many things change when there's airdrops, when there's added incentives. It changes the whole calculations and stuff because let's just say for every summon you did, you got 2 crystal, for example. That's a huge difference. That makes summoning way more popular than it is right now because there's no incentives for summoning right now, except for yeah, there isn't. There's no exception with that. Um, what else? You can access my network. I know almost everyone in this industry, or especially in this game. There's some people I don't know, like they just want to stay private, but I can connect you anywhere from developers to people that have a million locked jewel to people that have a $10 million portfolio to someone that has 20 Gen Zeros. You name it. I I can make introductions for you, but I could also help you summon with Gen Zeros if that's what you want. Because that's one of the most highly desired things that it's extremely hard to get. But I've been able to network and create deals and build a reputation where I can. Like earlier today, I summoned at 63. Odds are I was going to hit the DK, but I didn't. So we hit an alpha instead. So I just sold on for 90 or 80. So 79 should not be a problem, but it's still profit. Um, I'll most likely, this might be a longer video, so I'm going to try to go through everything as much as I can. So you could even put it at 2x or 1.5x speed because it's a lot of stuff. I'm losing breath. Um, yeah, I'll go over the Gen Zero calculations as well because you don't want to just hire any Gen Zero. DR1 matters for main class, for profession class. Minors make a big difference. If there's a hidden R1 minor, that can make all the difference. Um, yeah, basically all the math behind it over just the simple, um, like anyone could just look at this. But what are the numbers behind all this, right? Like, what are the okay, let's just say, how much is a 4.2% legendary worth to you? Can you tell me that jewel value? Like, even if you don't hit it, right? Having the increased chance of a legendary or whatever, how much is that worth in jewel? Let's just say it's 20 jewel or 10 jewel. So if we're able to get at 2 jewel, then that's a no-brainer. Because that reward is locked into the risk that we're taking. And I'm a very data-driven guy, so math has always been very easy for me. And if you're not good at that, obviously you have me and I could help you guys out with that. I love math. It helps me create certainty in life, if that makes any sense. I'm not a person that loves gambling. I don't like risking my money. I'm a person that likes investing and increasing my capital, but with a known risk and reward, right? So you just need to be very careful because some people just summon for the fuck of it and pray to God that they hit something amazing, but they could have lowered the acquisition cost. They could have lowered their summon costs, potentially. They could increase the value of the parents that they summoned, but they didn't because they didn't know. Stuff like that. I can go on and on, but I don't want to bore you. Um, yeah, so if you didn't already know, there is going to be a fee in this. And right now, as of this video, for the previous students, I've always charged anywhere from 30 to 50 Joule. And it's a lot. And I've charged 80 and 100 Joule before, but that was when Joule was at $4. Now it's a little higher, and I want to be friendly here because we're not. So I'll honor this for the first few people, but it's going to be 20 to 25 Joule, maybe 15 if you have a lower, way lower portfolio size, and it's just going to be less work for me. Because you guys got to realize that I'm going to be dedicating anywhere from 21 to 40 hours a week with you guys. I'm going to be doing most likely a daily call, but at least a weekly session that's a well-made curriculum, as if you're going to college, but you're actually learning stuff that work in the real day in life, in this day, in this week, in this month, that will make you money. And I spend a lot of time on the side just doing that myself because obviously I care about profits. And it's very important to be careful because you don't want to summon just because you're feeling it or you're in a good mood that night. That'll make you lose money. Sorry, I realize that I am rambling. But if you have a bigger size portfolio, maybe you want a little bit more from me, that we can talk in private about it. Let's just say you have 10,000 Joule. You really want to allocate it perfectly, mitigating risk as much as you can and hedging where you can, but also reaping the rewards that this project allows you to reap. And also need to figure out how much time you have. And most likely, you're going to be a guy that I'll spend at least half an hour to an hour a day with. So that's going to be a completely different thing that I don't even know what to tell you. But hit me up. I'm more than happy to help you. Because optimizing your portfolio is everything. And I've learned to be pretty good at it. And I just have a huge desire to get better and learn more and just be better at this because it just helps me make more money and helps you guys make more money. And it's not about money. And that's a whole nother topic for another video. But a lot of people in this industry, it is about the money, right? It's a livelihood. A lot of people have quit their jobs, taken loans for this project, and I get it. But how can you fall asleep knowing that everything will go perfectly well? That's where math comes in, right? And probability and risk tolerance, risk management, stuff like that. Cool. So, besides that, is there anything else? Summoning math. Yep. Keeping the batch small. Yep. Yeah, you guys will have access to the hero IDs of everything. Some of the transactions, very few of them are kept private. Every one of them should have a hero ID on it, unless it's a egg, I guess. You guys will also get, if you guys are not already in Unity DAO, it's a member group that we built up to 450, 500 people by now, depending on when you're watching this video. And it's the most wholesome thing I've ever been in, just because we're all so supportive and helpful. And inside of that, there's going to be a few different stuff that you'll also be getting. So there's going to be a gold member only access. For now, I'm going to call this gold member just because it's an easy name. But I'll maybe change over time. Maybe I'll name it like Unity Gold. Just so you get access to a member chat only, a voice channel, and a role. And really, the role will help you kind of label yourself as someone that knows more. And over time, like let's just say after 1 month working with me, you'll have the knowledge to help other people, and people will come to you as a trusted person. So that'll help you do more peer-to-peer trades and stuff like that. Maybe you could also help people on the side as well if you have the time, right? But what else? There's There's also a hidden thing that I want to keep between you guys and me for now. Have you guys ever heard of Ariana Sunday, Nicki Minaj? Uh, it's a auto purchasing bot that helps you buy heroes before they even hit the tavern. If you know, you know. I'm gonna just keep it at that because I can't talk too much about that. And I'm sure you know why, because that's a very sensitive topic in the industry right now. So I can give you more information about it and how you could potentially create one, own one, operate one, and snipe Gen Zeros at under 1,000 jewel. I'm not someone that's really for that just because I've seen friends accidentally lose their Gen Zeros at 95, but let's talk more about that in private. For now, it's going to be a one-time fee. I want to keep it pretty friendly, so it's just going to be, what, a few $100, probably $200, maybe a little less actually. And you get access to all of that. I know that this video has been kind of a sales video, but I really hope you consider this as increasing your knowledge and education further and helping you make money. But if you see this as a sales video and you don't want to be sold, don't watch this video any further. This is not for you, and that's completely fine. I'm just trying to help the people that think they need the help and want the help. With that being said, I think that's basically it. I'm sure there's more questions. So if you guys have any questions, just message me privately on Discord, just because this is a pretty private thing, one-on-one type of thing. And I can give you guys access to the spreadsheet if you message me as well. And I think I'm going to just keep it at that. I don't think I should talk anymore because I've gone over almost everything. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys have a great start to your week and a great week. And even if you don't get into this gold member program, doesn't matter. You'll still see me around and we can still chat. But yeah, I hope you do join me and we do great things. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.